Okay, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
The following is a presentation of KNOX Sports.
Well, good evening, everybody, and we welcome you tonight to Cushman Field here in Grand Forks as we get set for tonight's intercity matchup between the Grand Forks Central Knights and the Grand Forks Red River Roughriders in our matchup for high school soccer on the Roughriders Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Ryan Cunningham with you here this evening, expecting a good crowd for this one. It's the first of these intercity battles that we'll have throughout the course of the season with soccer, volleyball, football, hockey, basketball. They're always very well attended, and it's always good to have these duels between these teams as we get set for what should be a good matchup. And for tonight, one of the key factors in this one this evening is the fact that we're in a situation where in the long run these are going to be some very important points that are going to be on the line for both teams tonight. Grand Forks Central, Grand Forks Red River, both in a situation where they are in the bottom half of the Eastern Dakota Conference and looking for at least a path to try to move themselves up into the top four, which is what it takes to make your way onto a state tournament, and both teams have entered with some aspirations of being able to do that. Red River perhaps a bit further up that line than Grand Forks Central, but neither team has really gotten out of the blocks all that well, which you'll see later in drive for the title. And so that means that there's a lot on the line for 3 big points in the conference tonight, along with, of course, the bragging rights and playing for the intercity pride that we have for you this evening. Beautiful night for soccer. It was a warm day. We had a lot of wind earlier today, but that seems to have sort of tapered off a little bit. And now what we have going on for us going forward should be a really, really nice summer night before things cool off for the remainder of the week. And we get ready to take these teams through the first full week of September and the first full week of the activities with all the schools now in the greater Grand Forks area in session today. Central, Red River, both with some standout players when it comes down to what they can get done on the soccer field, but looking to put it all together. Central had a lead in their last matchup that we saw with Fargo Shanley, and then, of course, that fell apart on them in the second half of that game, and they were ending up being beaten in that matchup. Grand Forks Red River has played very, very competitively against a lot of the opposition that they've seen so far this season, but they just have not been able to twist it all together at this point. And so one of these two teams is looking to catch a little bit of fire here tonight and see if they can't make this a little bit more of their sort of momentum getting ready to go. And keep in mind, when we get into some state tournament stuff and that talk that goes on, we are a little over a month away from the state tournament here in Grand Forks. October 11th is when the time is going to be for some state tournament stuff to go on. And so we're not that far away from turning that corner. That's what's really interesting about this situation, is that we are so very close to getting into some postseason stuff and that conversation really heating up. They've played a handful of matches already, and it doesn't take long to go through your Eastern Dakota Conference schedule. So we got a lot going on as we make our way into the remaining part of the season, and that's why these points are so big tonight. We bring it to you courtesy of our premier sports partners, and of course those sports sponsors include Roughriders Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks. You can find out about their specialty seeds by going to Roughriders.com. They're always ready for you at their mixing plant in Grand Forks with the opportunity to vary things for the changing conditions that we have throughout the course of the year. You want them working for you. You want them working with you. Roughriders.com. Find out more with Roughriders Turf and Forage. And Signature Graphics and Apparel, also bringing you our pregame report tonight. Another of our premier sponsors is Grand Trailer Sales. They are your source for all things trailer in East Grand Forks. Whether you're looking for trailer parts, trailer service, or of course a brand new trailer, you can find that for you at Grand Trailer Sales with all the makes and models of trailers that you're looking for to keep things moving for another season. Whatever it is that you have going on right now, Grand Trailer Sales is there to make sure that you can haul it, whether it's for work or for fun. Grand Trailer Sales is the place to be. We have 25 minutes and change, as you can see on your screen tonight, in our drive time to kick off, presented by Mike's Custom Truck in Northwood and by Nelson Auto in Grand Forks. Again, that kickoff countdown clock will continue throughout the course of our pregame report, and we'll get ready for the start of this one tonight between Central and Red River. Our pregame report this evening is presented by True North Equipment, ready to serve you in all their locations in the northern Red River Valley. True to your values and here to serve you. True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. They make your visions come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel, and they're looking forward to seeing you and finding out what they can do to help you brand your business or brand your team at Signature Graphics and Apparel in East Grand Forks. A lot of things to go through. When we come back, we'll take a complete look at that Eastern Dakota Conference picture and find out why this is such a key matchup in this race tonight inside the Eastern Dakota Conference. Somebody might be at least still alive for a spot in the state tournament. Somebody might be on the outside looking in by the time this one comes to an end tonight. That's how vital this one is for both teams. Stay with us and we'll tell you more about that as we go forward. It's Central and Red River, inter-city rival tonight, and the soccer matchup begins it here at Cushman Field on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to SprayAdvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always...
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com. Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to our pregame report tonight. Live coverage of high school soccer on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports from Cushman Field tonight. Grand Forks Central, Grand Forks Red River set to do battle this evening. Should be a great time here at Cushman Field in the intercity rivalry that gets started. Nice weather for this one. We're expecting a good crowd. They were decorating underneath, and they've been filling in throughout the course of the junior varsity matchup. So hopefully we're going to have a good atmosphere for you here tonight as you join us for some high school soccer. Our pregame report this evening for KNOX Live Sports is brought to you by True North Equipment. They are here to serve you. They're true to your values in the northern Red River Valley. True North Equipment bringing you our pregame report tonight, as is Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. They make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel with their etching, along with their silk screening, and of course their embroidery. Some of the things they're doing with their custom etching, really impressive. Stop and see Signature Graphics and Apparel and find out more. Our drive time to kick off tonight, just around 20 minutes to go before we get to the kickoff of this one. Mike's Custom Truck and Nelson Auto allow you to keep track of our warm-up clock tonight with our drive time to kickoff that we have for you. this evening. Let's take a look at what's on the line in this one tonight as we have our look at the Drive for the Title for you this evening. Drive for the Title is brought to you by Toys for Trucks. They are your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter in Grand Forks. And as you can see, what we were talking about to get things started tonight, neither Central nor Red River has really been able to get out of the blocks all that well. Central's lone win is over Fargo North. They have 3 losses since then, and with 3 points in the EDC, they're currently tied for 5th with Fargo Shanley, who's also got a win and 3 losses, and Shanley's win is over Central. Central's got a couple of draws, couple of losses, so the Knights have managed to keep themselves in the race with 2 points in the EDC thus far. West Fargo out to a 4-0 start. Davies is 3-1, as is Cheyenne, and Fargo South 2-1-1 on the season. But in the long run, if you're Red River and Central, you can't afford to give this one up. You're chasing those top 4 schools, and there's already some pretty good separation there between South and Shanley in that number 4 and number 5 spot. And the reason why that's important is there's no Eastern Dakota Conference when it comes down to soccer for a tournament. You've got to finish in the top 4 in order to make your way into the state tournament. That's essentially what it's going to take. If you don't make the top 4 in the regular season standings, then your season comes to an end. You do not make your way into a state tournament berth at that point. And so you've got to make it through the regular season. All of these points are definitely important, and that's why this one's big tonight. Here's what's on tap for the week. Red River's here tonight. It's an inter-city rivalry all the way around. South takes on North at North tonight. West Fargo gets their crosstown rival Cheyenne. Shanley and Davies going to play on the south side of Fargo tonight, and that sets up all 4 rivalry matchups that we have in EDC soccer. And then for Thursday, Central goes to the top dogs of the conference, West Fargo. Cheyenne comes here. Crucial game on Thursday for Grand Forks Red River. North will play at Shanley. Davies will play at South. That'll be an interesting one to watch play out. But if you're a Red River fan, this one's important. Cheyenne's important coming up on Thursday. A lot of points in the East region to go get at really your home field, although this is Central's home game. Grand Forks Red River gets to play in town twice this week, and that is certainly big. Our Drive for the Title brought to you by Toys for Trucks. They are your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter in Grand Forks. You find them at 6105 Gateway Drive. They've got a full showroom of custom wheels and rims to show off to you. If it's time to take that ride to the next level, they are definitely the place to see. And there's still time in that summer driving season for you to outfit that vehicle that you have so it looks like it's supposed to feel, and they've got performance tires to make it feel like it's supposed to look as well, along with those automatic starts so that when we do get a little bit chilly, an overnight low of 43 degrees coming up on Friday night, you'll be prepared. Toys for Trucks bringing you Drive for the Title here this evening. We'll continue our pregame report, which is presented tonight by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. In just a couple of moments, we invite you to stay with us. This is our coverage of high school soccer on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Hi, this is Jen from Absolute Refrigeration, your local commercial refrigeration experts. Our team provides excellent and dependable service to keep your business up and running all year long. Call us at 787-1200. Absolute Refrigeration. We're here when staying cool absolutely matters.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school soccer tonight on the Roughriders Turf and 4-H Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports from Cushman Field this evening. Central, Red River in the inner city battle that we have for you this evening. The drive time to kickoff down to 10 minutes and change on our warm-up clock tonight. That drive time to kickoff presented by Mike's Custom Truck in Northwood and Nelson Auto in Grand Forks. And we welcome you back to our pregame report tonight presented by Signature Graphics and Apparel and East Grand Forks, making your visions come to life, and True North Equipment, true to your values here in the northern Red River Valley. Find a dealer for True North Equipment. Tonight, big one tonight between Grand Forks Central, Grand Forks Red River. Looking down below us, we see a blackout forming for the Grand Forks Central student section. It's a red out forming for the Red River student section. So a little bit of competing color commentary going on between these two tonight. We definitely like to see that play itself out tonight. So who are the principals in this one? Let's take a look at our game fuel tonight. Game fuel is presented by Circle K in Grand Forks. Brand new location for Circle K on South Washington Street in Grand Forks. They are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at Circle K, and it's great to see them both inside and out. Beautiful store on the outside, beautiful store on the inside. For Grand Forks Red River, Brody Andrade is a guy to definitely keep your eye on, and when he and Logan Lamble are on the field together, we've seen them do a lot of creation in the offensive side of things tonight. Now we continue to include Jacob Chine, who again is on the roster but apparently has not played for Grand Forks Red River yet. There were some injuries during the crossover event that took place in the opening weekend of the season, and we just haven't seen that Eastern Dakota Conference first teamer come back and get himself on the field as of yet this year. And James Schindler's been very impressive going back and forth between midfielder and defender. A lot of running that goes on in that type of position, but Schindler seems to be around the ball a lot for Grand Forks Red River this season. For Grand Forks Central, Talon Lunsky getting all kinds of attention, and he's been an impact player for Grand Forks Central throughout the course of the year already. Michael Akahin coming off the bench. He has been fantastic, scored a goal in the last matchup that we saw when they took on Fargo Shanley. Heck of a play for Michael Akahin. We're looking forward to seeing what he can do, whether he starts or comes off the bench tonight. He's going to come off the bench, but actually, correction, he's going to work himself into the starting lineup tonight. And so we're definitely impressed with what we've seen from him. And now we'll see him come out there and do it again. Sam Presting in a midfielder, we call him a lot. And then the goalkeeper, Ryland Dobrovolny, he has made some unbelievable plays when we've seen Grand Forks Central on the field. And part of their game plan for Central, we're going to talk about this in a bit with the keys to the game, part of their game plan is to put a lot of pressure on, and they rely on Ryland Dobrovolny to step back and make some big saves in this one. So expect that Ryland Dobrovolny will play a big part in how this one finishes up for Grand Forks Central tonight. That is our fuel tonight, our game fuel presented by Circle K with that new location, South Washington and Grand Forks. Beautiful store. And again, they're open 24 hours a day and 7 days a week to take care of you. We continue with our pregame report tonight. And our countdown to kickoff now down to 7 minutes and change here at Cushman Field. Our countdown to kickoff brought to you by Mike's Custom Truck and Nelson Auto. And we'll continue with our pregame show next, presented by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. This is our coverage of high school soccer on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Welcome to Cushman.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters. Something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school soccer on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports tonight from Cushman Field, where there's been a bit of a hang-up. We were set for the announcement of starters and the bench buddies that are out here tonight, but Grand Forks Red River went into the locker room and has failed to emerge, and so they're waiting, and so that drive time to kickoff that you see on your screen tonight may not be 100% accurate. by the time we get to where we're supposed to be with this one. So we'll have to kind of wait and figure. Okay, wait now. They're just going to run it, I guess. They're just going to run those Grand Forks Red River bench buddies that are coming out. Looks like some of the team might be coming out now. So that's good news. A little bit of a, hey, you know what? Every once in a while communication breaks down, right? We continue with our pregame report tonight, brought to you by True North Equipment. True to your values in the northern Red River Valley at True North Equipment. And Signature Graphics and Apparel. They make your dreams come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. Make sure you stop by and see what they can do for you. Let's take a look at those keys for the game that we have for you this evening. And our keys for the game tonight are presented by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for the season. We've had camps. We're getting ready to start that youth hockey season. Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World will be fully stocked and ready to go for any position that's out there. And remember, they've got all the other sports covered as well at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World, and they want to see you there. Well, tonight for Central, Rylan Dobrovolny getting those big saves and then create pressure, one of the big keys tonight for Grand Forks Central. Rely on your goalkeeper. You need to, because that's the way that this thing gets generated up front. Get Akahin involved early. We mentioned his ability to break out. He's worked himself into the starting lineup. And then those transitions, they've got very good midfielders on this team. Zach Alshami, Sam Presting, Sam Crispin, good midfielders to move that ball back and forth. But they've got to be able to track that down, particularly defensively in the middle of the field. For Red River, forcing the issue is important, especially up front. And then moving on defense and making sure that when you get in your half of the field, you're moving quickly to try to transition out. You know Central's coming after you. Transitions are going to be a key for Red River tonight, and playing the long game, particularly putting on a lot of shots. Rylan Dobrovolny has the ability to stop a lot of shots. If you're going to get this done, you're going to have to put a lot of shots on him, and you might have to shoot from some long distances. Those are the keys to the game tonight. They're brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. You can hear the atmosphere down there. It's going to be a fun one tonight. Stop in and see what's new for the season at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. We're taking one final break. We come back to get this one kicked off in just a couple of moments. Central, Red River in the Eastern Dakota Conference matchup in the intercity rivalry tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Hi, this is Jen from Absolute Refrigeration, your local commercial refrigeration experts. Our team provides excellent and dependable service to keep your business up and running all year long. Call us at 787-1200. Absolute Refrigeration. We're here when staying cool absolutely matters.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Well, as we get back, you can see the Grand Forks Central Knights lined up with their bench buddies that we have this evening as we're set to kick one off between Central and Red River. We thank you for joining us tonight for our pregame report, which was presented by True North Equipment, true to your values all throughout the Red River Valley, and brought to you tonight by Signature Graphics and Apparel. Of course, they are the place to make your vision come to life. Grand Forks Central and Red River each had soccer buddies tonight. Bench buddies is what they call it. For Central, it was Zane Torkelson, Ben Torkelson, Ian Toscano, Eleanor Presting, Tobias Hutchinson, Harvey Gimsey, David Sularud, Ronan Cernsky, Garrett Carenta, Easton Egel, and Grayson Pilka. And for Grand Forks Red River, Braxton Robson, Jackson Cleggstead, Luke Mayhews, Damian Tanabe, Axel Seeger, Lincoln Weiser, Blaze Rested, Emma Rested, Sophie Rested, Liam Gutierrez, and Brooks Gutierrez, all part of the Bench Buddy program that they had tonight. And now we're set to go. Cushman Field, a little dark this evening, got some haze in the air, a few clouds as well. Knights Roughriders set to do battle in an Eastern Dakota Conference soccer matchup tonight here on the Rivards Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Red River will be in white this evening, and they'll be moving a little bit. In just a couple of moments here, they'll be moving from right to left. And Grand Forks Central in their maroon uniforms tonight, advancing from left to right. We're set to go, and the ball is kicked off, and a very long strike up the field right off the whistle to get this one started that will push it out of bounds. So underway, and already we'll see a throw in for Grand Forks Central, and we'll see those midfielders and defenders come to life. That was McCain Kendall on the throw in, and the ball picked up by Thor Seeger, one of the forwards for Grand Forks Red River. We'll take you through our starting lineups that we have for you tonight in a couple of moments. Amara Sirion, who is new to the starting lineup for Red River, placing that one deep. For Red River, the starters tonight, the goalkeeper is Rylan Hoff. The defensive players are Max Martins, Brady Robertson, and James Schindler. The midfielders are Jordan Peters, Henry Hong, Logan Lamble, Amara Sirion, and Owen Martin. And the forwards are Brody Andrade and Thor Seeger. Those will be the starting lineups tonight for the Roughriders. We'll get a look at Central coming up here in just a couple of moments as Sam Presting, one of those key midfielders, looking to try to take some control of a ball. This will be sent back into Central's end, and it'll be booted out of play. For Central, starting goalkeeper is Rylan Dobrovolny. Starting defenders are McCain Kendall, Jacob Mankey, and Boone Canta. Starting midfielders are Sam Crispin, Zach Alshami, Sam Presting, and Lucas Weber. Starting forwards tonight, Mikkel Akoen, Talon Lunsky, and Brady Kirkaby. Those are your starters tonight for the Grand Forks Central Knights as we are just underway and no score in the matchup. Have a pretty good crowd on hand for this one tonight, and good to see early in the school year getting this kind of school spirit. Pretty good showing from Grand Forks Red River. The Central student body not quite as big in this one tonight. Not exactly sure why, but there is volleyball for Grand Forks Central tonight as well. So as we understand it, I believe they have a matchup with East Grand Forks this evening in the volleyball circuit. Another ball ends up beyond the goal line, and we'll see a corner kick coming up here for Grand Forks Red River. So the corner coming up here for the Roughriders. First set piece of the matchup tonight for either team. The corner's on the ground, and Rylan Dobrovolny is right there to make the play on it, and immediately throws this one back out towards the near sideline. A long strike up the field coming from Sam Crispin. And we'll see Mikola Cohen able to run it down in the right corner for Grand Forks Central. So a little bit of pressure that works out here for the Knights. Ball disrupted. Central trying to keep it with Alshami up front. Now a long-range strike, and there's a good save from Rylan Holt. That comes up with a stop on the opening play of the matchup from Grand Forks Central. Take a look at that again in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, and you'll see Central able to keep the ball alive right in the middle of the field, and we talked about long-range strikes. This time it was Central on one little ground ball, one hopper, and Rylan Holt was able to make the diving play on it, and he comes up with a stop in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Fight for the ball out in the middle of the field, and Brady Kirkaby looking to initiate the contact for Central up the field. Ball ends up dangling on the far line, and this is going to be a Central throw-in in front of the Red River bench. Early in this one, playing our way into the 4th minute of soccer. And so far, one good shot for Central and one corner kick, one set piece for Grand Forks Red River. Long play up the field. This is Amara Suryan trying to run this down. And he's got company with Thor Seeger, a little 2-on-1 game there. They got behind Central's defense. And you're going to see that happen more and more. Central doesn't keep a lot of players back. The thought process for the Knights is to try to generate as much pressure as they can, and they rely on Rylan Dobrovolny to get back and make some big stops for them. Austin Engler, the head coach of the Knights, who talked to us before the last matchup, said that's going to be their recipe for winning soccer matches throughout the year. Got a couple of draws. They haven't quite been able to turn the table in those draws thus far for some offensive opportunities. It's been more of an opportunity to stay in. Here's a quick shot that came from the right side, and there's a big save again by Rylan Dobrovolny. That's the type of thing that you're going to have to see if you're going to try to win this one. That was Logan Lamble that was trying to snipe. We'll get a look at that coming up, but first the corner for Amara Sirion. Dobrovolny had to go and put that one up over the crossbar. And so now Red River will have a corner opportunity. Their second, this time from the opposite side of the field. They're going to play this back out to the midfield. And a collision out in front that leaves the ball loose in a scrum. Again, Seeger trying to get a look. Seeger tries to chase it down again, and the ball ends up beyond the far line. American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Both goalkeepers getting involved in this one early. This one kind of trickles across the formation, and Dobrovolny gave up on this and let it go, and this was Lamble that was trying to get to it, and a big save from Dobrovolny, and now another scrum out in front of the Central net that will see their defense push one out towards the near sideline. This will be a Red River throw-in. Henry Hong is set. He'll not do the honors. It'll be Max Martins that will step in and do the honors for Red River. Sends one up to Seeger, who will head it back to midfield. Alshami trying to get up and make some contact with it. Couldn't quite reach it. Lamble with a back towards the midfield, but Presting was able to swipe that momentarily. Correction, Christman was able to do so. Ball back in the Central defensive end, and this will be booted out off of a Red River hip. It will come back to Grand Forks Central. McCain Kendall was coming over to make the defensive play. And Red River will have a throw-in, Central will have a throw-in along the near line. Kind of grazes its way up the field, playing off the chest for Sam Presting. Ends up beyond the boundary once more. Another throw-in coming up for Central. Long toss towards the middle of the field. A Cohen trying to get in for possession, but instead had his pocket picked on that one by Max Martins, who's played pretty well, and a lot of running for Martins early tonight. We've seen him very active as well. He's one of the unsung heroes for Grand Forks Red River. Gets physical, closes a lot of space, handles the ball, a lot of dribbling for him. Doesn't really factor into the offense, but makes a lot of small plays for Grand Forks Red River to keep things stable. A Cohen comes over for for Central to retrieve. Is this going to be a Central throw-in? It looks like it will be. I believe Brody Kendall is going to step beyond the line and do the honors here for the Knights. Kendall standing ready. Sends this out towards the middle of the field, immediately headed back beyond the line. Red River with Brody Andrade involved there. Andrade had a good start to the season out in the east-west crossover. We saw that materialize in the matchup that we saw with Red River and Fargo North to start the year. A Cohen taking control along the near boundary for Central. Trying to dribble between players. Found an angle to attack the corner. Tried to attack with a shot and put it right into the body of James Schindler. And Central's going to have an interesting throw-in. This will be deep in. So we'll see what the Knights cook up on what is kind of a set position here. Boone Canta is going to pursue the ball beyond the line. And Cantor will make a deep throw in, and there was a chance on the far side that comes up just empty. The ball ends up nearly beyond the line. That was a good run. I believe it was Sam Crispin that was there for Grand Forks Central. Cantor nearly got him on the route and just couldn't quite find him. And now Lamble trying to play one up the field deep. Long run coming up here, but again, Dobrovolny. Oh, and there's a little contact. Dobrovolny stepping up, making a play, and he put some contact on one of the forwards for Grand Forks Red River. And the crowd reacts to that as Dobrovolny made an effort to go out and get someone for Red River on some contact. And they're going to award a foul of some kind against Dobrovolny here. Let's take a look at that. The American Family Insurance Tyler and Angle Agency replay. You're going to see this long pass coming up the field that opened things up. And there was the pass, and it split a pair of defenders. It was a good run, but right here at the end, a little bit of initiated contact that time from Dobrovolny, and it's led to a thing here in the early going as Dobrovolny is talking things over with the official. They've stopped the clock, and we'll see what they're going to do here. The Rough Rider that was involved in the contact was Owen Martin. Martin broke an arm early in the season, and he's playing in a black cast tonight, and he's coming off the field walking. But Dobrovolny with that little lunge to get out and initiate some contact sent Martin to the turf, and now Martin's on his way over to the bench. It'll end up being a free kick for Dobrovolny, so Central is going to avoid any sort of, I guess, penalty in this situation. They're not going to award a free kick or a penalty kick of either kind. Ball ends up beyond the near boundary. Lamble chasing it down, and we'll see a throw in and a long run from Max Martins up the field. He goes looking up the near side for Thor Seeger, couldn't find him. Another throw in coming in from Martins, and threw this one right towards the goal, and Dobrovolny will step up and take control of that. We're into the 9th minute of soccer here in the opening half. We've seen some things already. Couple of set pieces for Red River. Central with a good strike at the goal. Both goaltenders, or keepers rather, getting involved in the matchup early. And then to top it off, a little back and forth between the Central goalkeeper and one of the strikers for Grand Forks Red River coming up the field. And a ball ends up getting knocked out of the near boundary off the body of Logan Lamble. It'll be Central on a throw-in. Every once in a while, you get that kick of wind behind us. Otherwise, we have a very comfortable night here tonight. Long throwing up the field to Cohen looking for a header. Lamble sends it out, and this will be popped in the air by Central's Talon Lunsky towards the midfield. Struggle for control there, and coming out with it is Amara Sirion. Sirion trying to play up the field to Seeger. Back to cut that off defensively for Central was Boone Canta, but Sirion stays on it, goes looking for Andrade. Andrade a stop as Alshami gets into the play for Central. Andrade another stop, went looking towards the near side of the field, didn't quite get the release from Lamble he was looking for, and Dobrovolny will run this down for the Knights. Scoreless on the All-True scoreboard. Regular screenings are brought to you by All-True. With our scoreboard, regular screenings with All-True's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Call 780-5000 or visit alltrue.org. We'll see a throw-in coming up here for Grand Forks Central as Red River puts one beyond the far boundary. Into the 11th minute of the opening half. Central set to throw one in off the far sideline. And it's been one flurry for Central offensively so far. And beyond that, Red River putting on plenty of pressure. Couple of corners. Dobrovolny, one big save, pushing one up and over the crossbar for Central. And then Dobrovolny lunging out and initiating a little contact, which is perhaps atypical for a goalkeeper. Throw into the far side of the field.
In for the Roughriders, number 18, Oliver Sinigay.
Hearing some changes here for Grand Forks Red River, as the Riders will send in Oliver Sinigay, who is a senior midfielder. Lamble trying to get free. Plays one off the heel, then played it back out towards the top of the goalie area. This is going to roll back along the near sideline. Another big collision on the near side of the field. Alcoim coming up, making some contact there as Max Martins was coming back to the ball. Neither player going to give. Let's look at that again in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Good play here in the corner. Ball comes back out to the boundary, but you're going to see the big collision right here. This is Alcoa Martin's huge contact right there. I mean, this has been a soccer game that's been a little bit more physical than perhaps we expected. And here's a long-range shot against Dobrovolny. Dobrovolny will go up and make the catch in midair. No score between Central and Red River. Dobrovolny with a free kick back out to midfield. Ball put down, signaled back out. One of the officials is signaling something along the near side. This may be offside against Red River. They were clearly offside. And, oh, no correction. This is not. This is Central coming back. They've got a chance here out in front. Quick shot goes up and over the bar. Big opening there for Grand Forks Central. They couldn't come up with the right target in that situation. They got it to Brady Kirkaby, right out in front of the net. Alcoa was able to get up the field. That started this situation. And a play off the goalkeeper that turned it back. Here's the crosser to Kirkaby, and he just popped it up too high. That was a good scoring chance for Grand Forks Central off the board. And a big save again in that sequence by Rylan Holt for Grand Forks Red River, who had to do something special in that situation. Andrade trying to outplay Alshami, and the ball sent too wide on a run along the near boundary that was meant for Sam Presting. So Red River to throw in. About to enter the 14th minute of this first half of play, and this has been a good one so far. Both goalkeepers with some big moments in this one now. That save by Holt was huge against that shot that came up the field hard from McCollum. Ball ends up being played down the near side into the Red River end, and the Riders will have a throw in. Dobrovolny, of course, made a couple of big ones, then lots of contact out there, a couple of big collisions in this one so far. The physicality between Central and Red River definitely on. Andrade trying to make a long strike for Suryan, left it out in front. Suryan trying to run it down, does towards the right corner. Now being hampered a bit from behind. Ball off of a night beyond the far boundary. And we'll see Red River with a throw in. So Red River will throw it in. Actually, this is going to be a free kick rather for Red River. This will be a foul they're going to call. So a free kick coming up here for the Riders, which changes the complexion of this play. Free kick is going to come from very near the boundary. As the Riders look at it, it would be on their right side. As the Knights look at it, their left. Riders will scatter off to their left-hand side of the net. Crossing kick. Dobrovolny plays it out with both hands. It stays out in front, but Central able to free this with a good defensive play, and a Coam trying to run it down for the Knights, which he did, and immediately went to work up the field, but the Knights got their pocket picked, and then the Riders did as well. And then the ball cut off on the right side, and some great back and forth and ball handling here. Red River able to get William Sickler over. This one out in front for Lamble. It's still loose, and it's knocked in for a goal. And Red River will score. It'll be 1-0 Knights as the goal comes in the 15th minute. Let's take a look at it in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. You'll see the crosser come from the right side, and that was Lamble that was there trying to bring it down. He reached back. He was able to reach back and get it. And it will be Logan Lamble that comes up with a goal for Grand Forks Red River to put them ahead by a score of 1-0. It'll be in the 15th minute of the opening half of play for Logan Lamble. And Lamble makes it 1-0 in favor of the Riders in this big Eastern Dakota Conference matchup tonight here in the 15th minute. So Lamble gets credit for the goal for Grand Forks Red River, and 1-0 Riders to get this one started. Ball ends up beyond the far boundary, and this one will be played up by the Riders. So a big start for Grand Forks Red River. They had been all around it a couple of times. Central had had their opportunities as well. It's been more of an offensive night tonight than perhaps you would expect, as the ball ends up beyond the far boundary. And not much that Dobrovolny could do about that. 3 defenders were there as well, and for Central, none of them could really isolate the ball. That was all Lamble kind of making an individual play after the good crossing pass got it to him, and he was able to bring it down for control. Central with a throw in. This is played out, and Suryan comes away with this. He'll try to play it back out to middle field for Senegay. Senegay stopping and finding Andrade. Long range pass of the field, going to be behind Lamble. Runs him beyond the boundary. And the Knights will have a throw in on the near side of the field. Into the 17th minute of the opening half. 1-0 on the All True scoreboard. Our throw-ins are brought to you tonight by Apex Apparel, your hometown family-owned promotional shop in Grand Forks. You'll find them on Demers, just down the road from the Columbia Road overpass. They can do a lot of great work for you at Apex Apparel. They have promotional items along with the apparel that you're looking for at Apex Apparel. Here's a good defensive play getting up the field. And Rylan Holtz able to come out and make a stop on one. Schindler threw his body in front of a Central striker to shield him off the ball. Apex Apparel bringing you our throw-ins, and our throw-ins are also brought to you tonight by Big Jim's Tire. Big Jim's Tire is the #1 supplier for agricultural tires in the area. Here's a long-range shot from Andrade that ends up and over the bar. And it will go back to Grand Forks Central on control. Dobrovolny set for a free kick. Hearing some pretty good stuff tonight from, I think that's more the Red River crowd that's getting into it at this point. Central's crowd trying to kind of organize here, but the Red River crowd seems to have some cheerleaders out in front. I'm not sure who it is. It may be elements of their volleyball team, although I thought they were playing tonight. Free kick from Dobrovolny out to the middle of the field. Jordan Peters got to it for Red River. And here's a deflection for Senegay. He approaches the ball, but run down by Dobrovolny before anything else can happen with it. Another free kick for Dobrovolny. Launches one high in the air towards midfield. Headed back in the direction of Red River. One man back defensively for the Riders. Brady Robertson kind of playing center field. Put it back up in the air. Knights try to counter. Central's played some of their bench tonight. Caden Peterson, a junior defender, out in a midfield spot here to get this one going. Senegay taking control of a ball for Red River. Plays it back out to a point. This will come across the middle. Martin's taking a look. Kept one on the ground. Tried to shank one through, but pushes it beyond the goal line. And Central will have another free kick of it in their goal area. 1-0 on a goal in the 15th minute from Logan Lamble. Little scrum in front of the net. All it took for Red River to produce the first goal tonight. Dobrovolny surveying his options on the free kick. Kind of takes something off of this, trying to get a little lead on the right side for Sam Chrisman. Ball knocked free. Chrisman getting back to play it right away. Michael Akoam, after a short breather, comes back into the matchup for Central. Out in a forward spot. Ball loose in front of Peters for Red River on the far boundary. Central somehow able to keep that in. No, they could not. That was ruled beyond the boundary on the far line. And so we'll see Red River with a throw-in coming up here. Peters to toss. And it's run down by Senegay for the Roughriders. Senegay got his pocket pick, but was able to come back to it. And now, well, Central has to play one defensively back beyond their own goal line, and Red River's going to have an opportunity on the corner. So the Riders will get a chance on a corner kick. Clock moving. About to move into the 21st minute, approaching the first half of the first half behind us. And it looks like it'll be Brody Andrade that's going to tee it up in the right corner for Grand Forks Red River in the corner kick. So Andrade ready. Puts it in the air out in front. Header possible there. Martins headed it. Sent it back towards the goal line. This somehow stayed in the field of play, or did it? No, it did not. Players thought for a moment that it did on the header attempt from Red River, but as it turns out, that went beyond the goal line. And so the Knights will end up with a free kick out of their goal area. Dobrovolny with a roller that gets cut off. That'll be cut off by Suryan for Grand Forks Red River. He goes looking for Andrade. Andrade a turn to his left, attacking from a steep angle. Left and across, and a slide comes up just empty for Grand Forks Red River on a play that was set up extremely well for the Riders. On the back end, it was Max Grafenauer who had stepped into that play. We'll see it again in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Really set up well here. Andrade making an aggressive turn to his left to get to the corner, put one all the way across, and there was Grafenauer, and he came up just empty on what is the equivalent of a timing play in that situation. And it goes back to Central, and you'll see Red River now take over in the middle of the field. Owen Martins to toss in. Correction, Max Martins to toss in for Red River. As we roll into the 23rd minute, correction, 22nd minute of the opening half. Lone goal in the 15th minute, Logan Lamble, enough to make it 1-0 in favor of Grand Forks Red River at this point. Martins to throw in. Leaves it up in the air. Probably didn't get all of this one like he was looking to. Lamble is in the vicinity. Thor Seeger trying to run this down. He's played off the ball by Presting and then knocked beyond the boundary off of Seeger. This will be a throw-in for Grand Forks Red River. And Boone Canta will send it across. And Red River quickly mishandles it as Canta tried to set something up with Presting. So now it's Red River inside Central's end. And we'll see a throw-in coming in from Max Martins. He sent it towards the goal. No one there but Knights. This will be headed back out to the midfield. Held in momentarily by Schindler and then played way back into the Red River end, and a long run outside of the goalie area for Rylan Holt to try to transition this back up into the midfield, and he does. Ball back near side. Lamble playing towards the corner for Seeger. Going to roll, and that'll be too long. Seeger can't quite catch up to it. A first half that has had Red River with a lot of opportunities and also has seen a lot of physicality, and the goalkeepers getting involved very early in this matchup for both teams, particularly for Dobrovolny. One big stop by Rylan Holt along the way. And a little, mashup as well as Dobrovolny went out and made some contact with one of the Roughriders, and it's 1-0 in favor of Red River on the All-True scoreboard. This is Andrade leading the charge. Tried to sneak one into Seeger. Seeger had a path, but got shielded off the ball. Really good defensive decision that time by McCain Kendall for Grand Forks Central to step in front of the path that Seeger had chosen and shield him off the ball to keep him from attacking. Long kick up the field. Will end up being knocked out of bounds by Max Martins. A Cohen was set for the throw-in. He's going to leave it for other elements of Central's team to come up and keep the match moving. 1-0 in favor of Red River. Throw-ins brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods family-owned shop in Grand Forks on Demers. Here's a long-range strike with a bit of bend that time from Kendall. And up to get it, Rylan Holt to make the stop for Red River. And our throw-ins brought to you by Big Jim's Tire tonight. Big Jim's Tire, your number one supplier at agricultural tires in the area. This time of the year, you have issues. You need to call Big Jim's Tire. They're fully stocked and ready to keep you moving so your downtime doesn't cost you. And with the weather the way it is, downtime can cost you right now. Henry Hong for Red River playing one through the midfield. Lamble, little crosser across the formation, looking for some help. Be sent back towards Central's right. Presting will send it out to the middle of the field. Quickly played back by Robertson to midfield. Alshami trying to run it down. Physical battle there as he bangs bodies with Red River's William Sickler. Ball ends up right side. Sickler looking. Crosser defended back out to the middle of the field and eventually beyond the far boundary by a kick from Central. Played across on the right side for Red River. Seeger looking for it. Little header from Jacob Mankey for Central. And he and Seeger getting into it all the way to the goal line. And I believe they're going to award Central a corner kick out of this. Let's see if that's what they do. It looks like they will. Logan Lamble is going to set up the corner for Grand Forks Red River. So Lamble will set up the corner in the right side for Red River. They look for their second piece of scoring tonight. They scatter. Lamble's corner kick kept low. Knocked down by the Central defenders. Played back out to midfield. Schindler trying to keep this up the field. And correction, not Schindler, but rather Sickler for Grand Forks Red River. Looking for some help behind him now. Central plays it back out to mid for Kirkaby. And Kirkaby finding a Cohen. A Cohen coming up the field by himself. Trying to dribble back with some help behind him. And maybe a bit of a long hold of the ball that time for Central, but staying with it. And looking to drive his way up the field for Central was Brady Kirkaby. And we'll see a whistle with some contact here, and it looks like Red River is going to take possession. Next matchup will be on Thursday night. We're going to be in a gym for the first time this season. It'll be Central Volleyball against Devils Lake coming up on Thursday night here on KNOX Live Sports. That will be heard on KNOX Radio as well. 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock first serve in that matchup from Central High School coming up on Thursday. Join us for that. Andrade on the near side for Red River. Couple of dribbles to try to get through some defensive pressure. Lost the ball to Alshami for Central, who's a very good midfielder. Alshami's really hounded a lot of players throughout the course of the year. Small in stature, but he's fast. He's got good footwork. And Alshami has held up a lot of pursuits up the field by the opposing offenses so far this season.
Number 17, Zachariah Burris, and in for the Knights, number 25, Lucas Weber.
Going to see a throw-in on the near side for Red River. Max Martins to throw it in. Sends it towards the Central goal. Some Knights try to corral it defensively. Andrade a quick turn and made some good offense out of that. Didn't have Seeger where he needed him. Ball ends up rolling beyond the goal line. And we're ready to send it back to Grand Forks Central on their possession. Rylan Dobrovolny set to kick it. Dobrovolny sends it back out to midfield. Little collision there. Ball will roll back towards the near side. Kirkaby looking to play it up. He's got a Coam who looks to control the ball. He's sent back towards the near corner, but a bit too wide on the approach coming up the field for Grand Forks Central. And Sam Presting beyond the boundary and back to Martins. Back to the middle of the field on the throw-in. Seeger collides there with McCain Kendall. Ball put up in the air. Red River with Hong trying to control through the midfield. Lamble puts one up in the air for a run towards Seeger on the left, and Central defends it out of bounds. Red River will have an opportunity. You can see the student section for Central lined up. The blackout going on for the Knights tonight. Clock into the 28th minute, about to roll into the 29th minute of this opening half of play. 40 minutes each side to halftime. And Red River on top right now, 1-0 on the all-true scoreboard. Quick pass towards the right side that is a bit too wide for Brady Kirkaby to run it down from Alcoa. And this will go back to the Riders. So Red River to throw in. Martins will send it across. Goes back to midfield for Seeger, defended out of bounds. Seeger believes it's going to stay with Red River on a throw-in. I think they're going to say that Seeger touched it last. So Central will throw this in instead. And let's see here. Brady Robertson. Nope, correction. McCain Kendall set to throw it in for Grand Forks Central. So Kendall taking a look. Sends it up the field. Bit of control momentarily for Central. Quickly out from Logan Lamble. Seeger comes over for Red River for a touch on it as well. And Grand Forks Central brings Caden Peterson into the mix to try to take control. Back to Kendall on the right side. Long strike towards the middle of the field. Possessed by Grand Forks Red River's William Sickler's played a lot of minutes off the bench tonight. Now Sickler gets loose on a run on the left. Look back towards the middle of the field. Alshami came over to cut him off. And you're going to see a whistle. Looks like a free kick coming up here for Central. Will it be a throw-in or free kick? It's going to be a free kick. Alshami got grabbed a little bit at the end of that. And so the free kick gets called. 30th minute of the opening half rolling by. Halftime report coming up. And we will take a look at some of the highlights that we have for you in this first half of play. So stay with us, as been a pretty active first half so far. Lots of contact, couple of saves early for both teams. Dobrovolny active early, but Red River on the board with a lone goal this far. Andrade, little play to the near side for Lamble for Red River. Tried to get Seeger free. Deflected back out towards the top. Alshami was there for Central. And the Knights try to run it down with Sam Chrisman. But in the end, this will be played to the far boundary, and long-range strike up the field somehow kept that in the field of play, and Dobrovolny is going to go over and get it. So Dobrovolny ends up coming back over for another play for Grand Forks Red River. A Coam trying to come up the field, takes one off the chest to keep control, and they may have called him for some hand contact. Looks like that's going to be the call here. So this one going to go back to Grand Forks Red River, and it looks like it'll be a free kick after the hand contact with the Coam. So the free kick from Grand Forks Red River put onto playable territory off the right side and trying to run it down to Suryan. He looked to make a move, dribbling. Al-Shami coming away with it. Al-Shami played it back to midfield. Akoam tried to step in to get some control. Now a bit of a tackle out there, and going to say that's clean. Off to the right side, long strike up the field coming from Hong. Suryan trying to run it down for Red River. In the end, it's going to be defended out of bounds off the right side for Central. And we will see a play coming up for Red River on the throw-in. So we'll see the Riders throwing it in, and it's immediately defended out of bounds by Grand Forks Central once more. And we'll see the Knights with a throw-in now on the right side. However, going to be way back in their own area. And now it will not be the Knights with the throw-in. It's going to be Red River with a throw-in instead. And this is going to be in a place where they could maybe do some damage here. They'll throw it in on the boundary. We're going to see another whistle coming up. Perhaps more hand contact this time by Red River. And so a free kick coming up here for Grand Forks Central. So let's see how this goes for Central. Dobrovolny's going to line it up along the far sideline. And send out a free kick towards midfield, bending towards the far boundary. Stays in towards the midfield side and ends up rolling beyond that boundary once more. So a lot of back and forth going on here in this situation. Red River just trying to find an opportunity to kind of play this and see what goes their way at this point. They haven't really been able to establish, well, really neither team has been able to establish a lot of anything at this point as far as momentum is concerned. Ball coming loose this time, and a chance there for Lamble on the right side, but right there was McCain Kendall to get in front of that one and keep that from going anywhere. Ball will stay with Grand Forks Red River on the throw-in. Red River trying to possess it. Suryan out in front. And now off the right side, Seeger, he was going to be called offside. Seeger was going to be called offside after he got open. Great play for Seeger to try to get open, but in the long run, he was going to be called offside if he went any further with that, and so that wasn't going to work out. By the way, our scoreboard got a little whack on us. I apologize for that. Clock is correct, but it's not the score that you see. Getting ready for some halftime stuff that's coming up here. Long play out to center, and Hong will get a header on it. Akoam will as well. 6 minutes and counting to go here. And here's another chance coming out for Lamble, and a big diving play by Dobrovolny to step out in front of Lamble and take that ball away before Lamble can strike at it. Looks like they've taken some time off the clock as well. We had a clock stoppage there for a couple of moments. Apologies. Akoam trying to get free, nearly had it on his back heel, just could not control it. Ends up beyond the near boundary off of Red River's Henry Hong. And so we'll see Central coming over. It'll be McCain Kendall coming over for a throw-in for the Knights. And our clock just a little bit inaccurate here. There's 5 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the opening half. We are still in the 35th minute, so that part remains the same. Lone goal in this one. Logan Lamble making it 1-0 Red River on the all-true scoreboard. Lamble in the 15th minute for Grand Forks Red River. Here's a little crosser. Nicely created by Sam Preston, getting free of some pressure. Long play across the formation once again for Central trying to attack. Suryan looking to run it down for Grand Forks Red River. He did. Comes to a stop. Some nifty ball handling that time from Suryan. Sinigay trying to get up the field. Ends up losing one beyond the far boundary. Some changes being announced here as both teams go to their bench. Halftime report on the way. We'll run through our highlights brought to you by Proceed. go through our scoring summary with Who Lit the Lamp, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. So stay with us for all that coming up in our halftime report here tonight. It's going to see more contact. Looks like the officials are trying to maybe batten down the hatches on a game that got a little violent early. And then some. Long strike back up the field. And a little tackle there as well that could have been called a foul, but they're going to, nope, they will call a foul. It's going to be Central, the free kick. This is going to be an opportunity now for the Knights. So the Knights will have a free kick in scoring distance here. An opportunity perhaps to do something. Talon Lunsky will have the opportunity at the free kick. Lunsky ready, takes a look, and sent it way too deep. Crowd kind of groans a little bit. Not sure what Lunsky had in mind in that situation. He kind of put too much leg on it. He might have been trying to put that up in the air for something underneath and just got too far behind it and launched it out of the stadium. So Red River will have a free kick. Rylan Holt will play it out. Ball ends up towards the far side. And we'll see Suryan coming after it for Grand Forks Red River. Suryan getting some troops out in front of him as well. Tried to play it up the field, but cut off. Good defensive play getting back that time by Boone Kanta for Central. Comes back into the Central end. Martin looking to head it back further. Andrade to knock it down. Sam Presting joins the fray for Grand Forks Central. Hong in the midfield trying to hold it. Crispin able to take it away from him. And a little give-and-go game that kind of fell apart that time for Grand Forks Central, but Kirkaby will come back to it. Kirkaby looking on his right. He's got some help there. Coming up to join the play is Presting. Presting pulling around. Great play to Kirkaby on the right. He's got a chance to attack. Kirkaby comes to a stop, tried to feed Presting, and Martin got back defensively to play that one back. Lamble steps into a ball, and here comes Red River. And a ball played beyond the near boundary. Going to give it back to Central. 38th minute rolling away. Central to throw in, down 1-0. Little collision, ball goes free. And some initiated contact all the way down the field. That's going to draw a whistle. There's been a lot of that so far tonight. And a free kick is going to be awarded here to Grand Forks Central. Closing stages of the opening half. I don't know if the Red River crowd likes it, but they're going to award a corner kick, it would appear, to the Knights. Clock ticking down. Again, our clock a bit inaccurate. Officially 1:35, and this will not be a corner kick after all. It's going to be a free kick, but it's going to act like a corner for Central. Chance for the Knights to try to tie this thing up. Corner kick's going to be initiated for the Knights off the right side. And we'll see what they get done here. As it comes across, and a big diving stab by Rylan Holt to keep that away from any further danger. Sinigay off the chest. Comes back out to midfield looking for McCain Kendall. Now Sinigay getting free. Suryan coming up the field with Sinigay. Outruns the defender. Comes to a stop with a ball. Strikes the left foot and just drove it wide of the net. And beyond the far line with the clock down to 45 seconds left to go here in the opening half. So again, our clock on the screen, apologies, inaccurate. Our clock was halted momentarily while we prepare some items for our halftime report. We'll have the highlights in this one coming up. Dobrovolny with a free kick, sending it back out towards midfield. Stop for Lamble, who's got the lone goal tonight. Lamble in the 15th minute to give Red River a 1-0 lead on the all-true scoreboard. And Lamble comes away once more, looking to make one more attempt at it. And made a great pass to Suryan. And here he comes, Suryan, and a diving stop made by Dobrovolny. What a play for Rylan Dobrovolny to come to that diving stab on it. And that's going to end the first half of play here tonight as the horn goes off and we make our way to intermission. Another big play by Rylan Dobrovolny as Red River has had no problem opening up their offense here in the opening half tonight. And at the halftime report, it's 1-0 Grand Forks Red River over Grand Forks Central. As we go to our halftime report, brought to you tonight by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine. They are the men of steel and will do it coming up in just a couple of moments with our first half highlights. So stay with us. This is our coverage of high school soccer on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Hi, this is Jen from Absolute Refrigeration, your local commercial refrigeration experts. Our team provides excellent and dependable service to keep your business up and running all year long. Call us at 787-1200. Absolute Refrigeration. We're here when staying cool absolutely matters.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. We welcome you back to our coverage of high school soccer tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. KNOX Live Sports this evening from Cushman Field, with the intercity battle is underway. Grand Forks Red River leading Grand Forks Central by a score of 1-0 tonight from Cushman on a goal by Logan Lamble in the 15th minute. Our halftime report this evening is brought to you on KNOX and KNOX Live Sports by High Plains Water. They are your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. Check out High Plains Water when it's time for you to find a system that will give you so many advantages when it comes down to the benefit of living. You're just going to have a better quality of living in your home when you have better water from High Plains Water. No more scaly buildup around your fixtures. You're going to have water that tastes better, which means you'll drink more right out of the tap, which is good for all of us. I don't think anybody would doubt that situation, obviously. You're also going to have cleaner clothes by using less soap. Softer water is better when it comes down to your laundry and your skin. High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, bringing you our halftime report tonight, as is Grand Forks Welding and Machine. They are the men of steel. Grand Forks Welding and Machine, ready to keep you going and avoid those downtime problems that you may have during this crucial season to making sure that, well, your agricultural operations keep going. If you have a breakdown, take that breakdown to Grand Forks Welding and Machine, because you know that they know what it's like to be out there doing what it is you do. Grand Forks Welding and Machine, they are the men of steel. Logan Lamble with the goal in the 15th minute to make this a 1-0 matchup in favor of Grand Forks Red River. Let's take you through how this one played out tonight with our first half highlights. They're brought to you by Proseed. Need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net. We get started early with the goalkeepers getting involved. This was Grand Forks Central up the field with a long-range strike, and Rylan Holt making a one-hopping stop to get his night going for Grand Forks Red River. And, of course, Central's goalkeeper, well, he'd get active as well. Watch this stop here for Rylan Dobrovolny. Lamble trying to get up and under the crossbar. Dobrovolny pushes it over that crossbar at that point. And then later, Dobrovolny going to get a little physical, which physicality was a big part of this one tonight. You'll see Dobrovolny coming out, and there's a little slam from the goalkeeper, and that sent Owen Martin out of the matchup at that point for Red River. He has not returned, but the Riders would score the lone goal in the opening minute. This is Lample pulling one down, reaches back, got a strike and scores. Logan Lample makes it 1-0 Red River in the 15th minute of the matchup, and then late in the opening half, one more chance for Grand Forks Red River to get away. They send one out to Suryan. Suryan with a strike at it, and Dobrovolny was able to get back to it. And those were our first half highlights tonight, and they were brought to you by Proceed. Need Proceed, need seed, think Proceed. Proceed.net. Scoring summary brought to you tonight by Bergstrom Electric with Who Lit the Lamp. They make the lamp and the light shine better at Bergstrom Electric. And the lone goal tonight to Logan Lample in the 15th minute of the opening half is all the scoring that we have in this one thus far. And that makes it 1-0 Red River. Again, our scoring summary, Logan Lample for Red River in the 15th minute to make it a 1-0 lead in favor of Grand Forks Red River. And that's your halftime summary. And your halftime summary tonight brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the men of steel. Second half play about to get going. We're going to be active again coming up on Thursday night in a gym for the very first time. We'll tell you about that activity when we come back in our halftime report presented by Grand Forks Welding and Machine and High Plains Water. This is our coverage of high school soccer on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
We welcome you back to our intermission report tonight. Our halftime report is brought to you this evening by Grand Forks Welding and Machine. They are the men of steel. Trust your projects to Grand Forks Welding and Machine during a crucial time of the year. They know how to limit your time or downtime and get your repairs done quickly at Grand Forks Welding and Machine and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. Your quality of living goes up with a system from High Plains Water. Stop and see High Plains Water on Gateway in Grand Forks. 1-0 in favor of Red River over Grand Forks Central at the end of the first half tonight, and a goal by Logan Lamble in the 15th minute of our matchup tonight. The lone goal, Lamble, a great, just an excellent individual effort that comes with a pass coming out towards the middle where a couple of defenders forgot about him, and he fights off 3 different Central Knights to get to that ball and score to make it 1-0 in favor of Grand Forks Red River. Tomorrow, actually, Thursday night, we're active once again on KNOX Live Sports as the official streaming partner for Grand Forks Public Schools Athletics. Central is at home coming up on Thursday night to take on Devils Lake in Eastern Dakota Conference Volleyball. And we'll have it for you coming up on KNOX Live Sports on Thursday night, right back here. If you haven't subscribed to the KNOX TV YouTube channel, do that. All of our live streaming is done right here on the KNOX TV YouTube channel, and that will be the same for football. It'll be the same for the remaining soccer season. It'll be the same for hockey and basketball coming up this winter, and we're looking forward to having a great season with you. It's hard to believe that we're already a few weeks into it, but things are going to move fast. We were talking about on the pregame report tonight that these soccer teams have about a month before the state tournament comes along. State tournament's going to be hosted in Grand Forks this year, and I believe October 11th-ish, if I remember right, 10, 11, 12, something along those lines, is going to be where the state tournament falls. And if a Grand Forks team could find their way there, give them an opportunity at least to try to get involved on their home field during a state tournament, which is a rare opportunity, obviously, playing a state tournament on your home field, and they would have the opportunity to do that if they can qualify. Second half about to begin. Thank you for joining us tonight for the halftime report, brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. We'll get ready to roll into half number 2 here tonight. Grand Forks Red River leading 1-0 over Grand Forks Central. Let's see how things get going for Central to start this second half of play. Need a goal in the worst way. Again, there are 3 big Eastern Dakota Conference points that are on the line in this one tonight. And so beyond just the inner city stuff that goes on, like we mentioned at the beginning of the night, one of these teams very likely still in a good hunt for a spot in the state tournament, and one of these teams definitely on the outside looking in when this one comes to an end. Unless it's a draw tonight, then both teams may be an opportunity as the ball ends up beyond the far boundary. We took a look at that earlier tonight with our drive for the title, and you can see those Eastern Dakota Conference standings on your screen, and that clear line of separation between Fargo South and Fargo Shanley, top 4, bottom 4. Red River 3 points, Central 2, but you win this one tonight, you jump to 6 points, and the team that comes up short either stays at 3 or 2, and without this one, it severely limits your opportunity to try to make your way up into that stack for a state tournament. Well, it looks like we got the scoreboard started a little bit late here. They've got a whole bunch of extra time on it here. So we're going to go ahead and slow down our clock. We were at 38:52, and I see the scoreboard still well over the 39-minute mark. So some free soccer that's going to get played tonight. And we'll try to form that up for you here as time permits. Sickler for Grand Forks Red River getting his way into the matchup and controlling that ball out in the midfield. Ends up losing it beyond the boundary. So Grand Forks Central will send it back in. Ball on the far sideline on the throw-in by Central and returned back into Central's end. And here's some more pressure coming up from Suryan Amara. Suryan's been so good tonight for Grand Forks Red River. Free to Andrade. He's got an opportunity, tries to run to an angle and have that one blocked. Andrade comes back to it, keeps it out in the middle of the field. Sickler looking off towards the right side for some help. Lamble trying to run across the formation. Look to keep it alive, but there's Al-Shami again. Tell you what, he's been so good when we've seen him throughout the course of the season. Zach Al-Shami, a very good midfielder, putting on some good ball handling skills and a lot of good pressure for Grand Forks Central as a midfielder. Ball ends up beyond the far boundary, and I believe off of Red River. So this should stay with a Central throw-in as they look to get some pressure on early. And like we mentioned, it's a key moment for Grand Forks Central trying to put some pressure on. Play back for Grand Forks Central, trying to move this up the field. A Coam trying to run one down, but he can't. This one escapes out onto the track. And so we'll see this one going back to Jordan Peters for Red River. Peters back towards the right side. A turn. Suryan trying to run away from pressure. Had that one taken from behind. And you're starting to see a moment in the game here for Grand Forks Central where the Knights really are not having a lot of luck putting on any real offensive pressure at all. It seems like one and done when they get up to a point where they might have an opportunity to score. It's been otherwise a situation where Red River's been trying to, or been able to keep them really from being able to press the issue much at all throughout the course of the night. Ball back out to the middle of the field. Al-Shami taking a look, long strike up the field. Running free in the corner for Grand Forks Central will be Brady Kirkaby. Kirkaby out of the corner, playing it back towards that right point. El-Shami will push it up into the air. Andrade trying to run this down for Red River. Off a knee, off a foot, and a tackle. Central looking for a foul on it. They won't get it. Back to the middle, and a ball picked up by Sinigay for Red River. Right side, Sickler for the Riders. Cut off on the right by El-Shami. And we see more action coming from really one of Grand Forks Central's offensive weapons, Michael Akoam, who's been very good tonight throughout the course of the season, has had his opportunities, just has not been able to find the right angle as of yet. But one good run from Akoam could tie this up in a hurry. Ball loose out in the middle of the field. Long strike up the field towards the right side. Lamble trying to get a foot down on one. Looking to free it up for Andrade on the right. This will be bounced beyond the far boundary. And a quick throw in for Red River towards Andrade on the far boundary in the central end of the field. Sinigay's in front of him. Andrade trying to make that run across again, tries to get that running shot off. That's kind of his textbook maneuver. Central looking to free it on a strike up the field and maybe a little bit more. Kirkaby a long run up the field. He was able to get free. Fights off a couple of pieces of contact. And Red River was fortunate to get back defensively and take that opportunity away from Kirkaby. That could have been a tough situation for Grand Forks Red River if they don't corral Kirkaby in that moment. Ball to the far boundary, and we will see Central with a throw-in on the far side. Knights looking to put some pressure on. Throw-in comes from McCain Kendall.
And for the Knights, number 25, Lucas Weber.
You're seeing Lucas Weber come back into the matchup now for Central. Ball poked around out in the midfield. Hong will put it up in the air. Correction, Peters put that in the air. Knights get to it, looking to possess. Comes back to the near side. Caden Peterson strikes this down the field towards the corner and beyond the back line. Into the 6th minute of the second half, the 46th minute of the matchup. And the lone scorer, Logan Lamble in the 15th minute with a 1-0 lead for Grand Forks Red River on the All True scoreboard. Scoreboard updates brought to you by All True. Regular screenings with All True's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000. Caden Peterson for Central again. Out to the middle of the field for Peters. Played back down to the right side. Peters keeps it out in front. And a little scrum for control there. This is pushed up the field. And Schindler was back for Red River to try to take that one home. I don't know if the Riders are intentionally playing a little bit more defensively here in the second half, or if Central has found a way to get a little bit of pressure on here as of late. Suryan coming up the field, leaving one for Andrade, who got free on the left side. This is pooched in the air to clear it. And Central run the ball down on the left side in their own end, trying to deny that opportunity from Red River. Weber trying to play it back to the midfield, fought off some contact from Sickler. And now Weber got turned around, a little jab that will turn this back to Sinigay for the Roughriders. Sinigay playing back towards the middle for Andrade. He gets taken out. Ball back to Peters out of midfield. Hong initiates some contact. A little body going on back and forth between he and Sam Presting in the middle of the field. Presting a stop along the far boundary. Turns this back to the middle of the field. Ball back to Weber on the right side. Weber strikes it up the field. Riders try to corral back to it as the ball rolls back towards the left boundary in the Red River end. Central looking to possess, and they're able to fight it free. Good little dribbling here by Sam Crispin trying to pull between a pair of defenders. Ran into Sickler, knocked him down. And now we're going to see a whistle and a free kick coming up here for Red River as they're going to get Preston with a little bit of extra contact. So the Riders will have a free kick up the field. Long strike back towards midfield, and Suryan runs it down for Red River. Suryan coming back to his left, being chased by Alshami. Looked for Senegay, and it was broken up. Sickler trying to run back into the play for Red River, but Central changing directions on it with Weber. Weber dribbles around Sickler, comes to a nifty stop. Nice little turn. Played that back between defenders trying to find Kirkaby. Defended away from Kirkaby. Caden Peterson keeps it up in the midfield. And now it's Red River looking to strike downfield for a run on the far side. That was intended for Lamble. Lamble couldn't get back to it. Worth mentioning that earlier in the game, we saw Max Martins back in the game for Grand Forks Red River, starting wearing a cast tonight, but in that contact with Dobrovolny, that Dobrovolny somewhat initiated on Martins. We haven't seen Martins come back into the game. Left with that, he had a cast on his, I believe it was his right arm, and right now I don't see anybody in a cast over on the Red River sideline on the bench. So it may be that Martins, after taking that hit, re-aggravated that injury. For those of you that weren't with us in the first half, one of the more controversial moments here, and you'll see it with Red River attacking, a long play up the field, and you'll see Martins coming in, and Dobrovolny clearly leaning in at that point. One of our American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replays, and it kind of brought the crowd to a moment where they were wondering what was going to happen. That certainly was some different activity that was going on there. There was a conversation that went on at that point, but the worst part of it is that for Red River, Max Martins, don't see him over. Now, he could be over there, just can't see the black cast, but if we do see him, he's on the bench, and he has not played since. And I do see one young man near the front of the bench that's kind of holding an arm, so we'll see. Suryan coming free for Red River. Great ball handling to the right corner. Comes to a stop, looks to reverse his field. More dribbling, plays it out in front for Andrade. Here was a strike by Lamble that got blocked by the Central defense. That was a heck of a play. And Suryan made it happen with some great ball handling skills there. Comes back out on top, Peters. Peters trying to step into it, has it deflected loose. This will go beyond the near boundary. And we'll see Jordan Peters coming back over for Red River. In the meantime, Sickler is down with an injury. And they will stop the clock here in the 11th minute of the opening half. So Sickler went down, did not get up, has now come up and is walking off the field under his own power. And we're going to see a change for him. It looks like Senegay will come back into the matchup. So Senegay will come back in for Grand Forks Red River. Riders have certainly had their injury problems throughout the course of the year. They got banged up in the very early stages of the season during that East-West crossover. Lost a couple of men there. Looking to get Martins back, and obviously that was up until tonight, and now we'll see. Here's a play by Seeger trying to free one up for Senegay, attack in the middle. Central's defense getting rid of that. Lamble coming out to try to control for Red River. This is sent back towards the goalkeeper's box. Dobrovolny came out to try to make a play on that ball, but Red River cut it off to try to keep the play alive. And here's a long shot from Lamble again, and it goes just wide. Lamble was eyeing his second goal tonight. Came off that left point and sent it just wide of the net. Take a look outside, and good crowd for this one here tonight. I mean, obviously it's a soccer crowd, but it's a good crowd nonetheless. A lot of folks here, Central Red River on the crosstown matchup, getting together. Good student section here for a Tuesday night. School year just starting, of course, in the east side of the river. So Grand Forks, or rather East Grand Forks, Sacred Heart back in school as of today. And the days are getting shorter as well. We know that. Sun already becoming kind of a non-factor in this one, and it's only 11 past 8 here tonight. We're having those long days of summer, right? They seem to be drifting away on us, as they need to. Neither football team is at home this week, and neither is East Grand Forks, so we're going to have a rare night off during the high school football season, but neither football team will be in action. Central is on the road at St. Mary's. East Grand Forks is on the road. And we're going to see Red River in a bye week this week. Throw-in coming up for Central on the far side. This will be bounced beyond the goal line by Lamble of Red River, and now Central's going to have a corner kick. You know, worth mentioning that with all of the offensive opportunities that Red River has had tonight, this game is still one kick away from being even between Central and Red River, and so a corner kick, a big deal at this point. We're going to see Logan Lamble. No, this will be Weber attempting the corner kick for the Knights. Corner along the ground towards the net, and this will be immediately booted out by Lamble. And Central really didn't give themselves much of an opportunity there. The Knights didn't have a play that really put any doubt into the motion of the ball, and there weren't a lot of players there, if any, for Central to put any personnel doubt into it either. On that corner kick, Caden Peterson for Central High. Looking back towards the right. Long range strike for Central up and over the bar. That'll go beyond the goal line and be a free kick back out for Red River. Well, you got to attack from distance. You're looking for something here if you're Grand Forks Central at this point, just to kind of even things up. So you're going to attack from distance in this moment. Rylan Holt teeing up a ball here for Red River, but it looks as though he'll give way to Max Martins. No, rather to, it will be Max Martins, I believe, that's coming on to kick it. And meanwhile, we have another clock stoppage. Well, apparently not. They were just indicating a substitution. It looked like they'd indicated a clock stoppage here. Clock still running. And I'm not sure what's going on at this point. Tony Bina, the athletic director for Grand Forks Central, is on a phone and talking with the scorers table, I believe. And now they have stopped the clock, and they're going to reset the clock. Okay? Well, we'll have to leave our clock turned off while they reset that. That must have been what the call was about. Our official came over and talked with Tony Bina and asked them to shut the clock down. So they've reset it, so we'll wait for it to time up with ours here. Ball on the right side, and Red River trying to come away with a run on the right sideline. This will be the Riders with Max Grafenauer getting free, sent it towards the net, and Dobrovolny was there to cut that off. And the Knights will play it out. We'll get the clock started here. In our 5th minute of soccer tonight, the 15th minute in the second half. That would put us in the 55th minute of action. Lone goal, Logan Lamble in the 15th minute. That is the lone scoring that's happened so far tonight. And it looks like we'll have another free kick coming up for Central. Our stoppages tonight brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. They are a family-owned shop in Grand Forks on Demers, just down the road from the Columbia Road overpass to the east. Apex Apparel, they get some great creative work done for you at Apex Apparel, and they have promotional goods to go along with their apparel. Check them out in Grand Forks. And our stoppage is brought to you by Big Jim's Tire. They are the #1 supplier of agricultural tires in the region. They will keep you going during this season at Big Jim's Tire. A quick roll and strike coming up from Hong for Grand Forks Red River, and that will be stopped by Ryland Dobrovolny. And Dobrovolny set to kick it out. Big kick out towards the middle of the field for Dobrovolny. Takes a hop. A Coam trying to get underneath for Grand Forks Central. Goes to work, trying to possess the ball. Lots of contact. And in the end, he'll be stripped of possession by Red River's Jordan Peters, who comes over to take control of this. Long range kick down the field. And Dobrovolny will run out to the boundary of the goalie box. Run this down. And send it out again. So Dobrovolny sends it back out to midfield. Struggled to control it. Riders have another new player on the field. That'll be Zach Burris, a sophomore midfielder that steps into play. Looks like he's got a pretty good body on him for being a sophomore. Tall guy, good speed. Trying to run out with this one for Grand Forks Red River was Thor Seeger, and the Knights able to take it away from him. This is Kirkaby looking up the field, trying to find a Coam. And we'll see Brady Robertson cut that off for Grand Forks Red River, send it back into Central's end. Grafenauer trying to get to it. Knights turn it back out to the near side. And once again, we see a possession coming from Brady Kirkaby. Kirkaby rolls one up the field, and Robertson steps into a kick to send it back towards the midfield spot. Crispin coming away with it. Long strike up into the far corner for Alcoam. He left it back. Pretty good give and go play there, and Red River had that going right towards the goalkeeper, but instead it was played beyond the boundary by Robertson, and then he flinched a bit when he realized that he had sent that the wrong way. He had his goalkeeper behind him ready to take control of that play. So Central will head over for a corner kick. And again with the score 1-0, I can't say it enough, you're one kick away from this matchup being tied, even though it's been almost all Red River offensively tonight. Corners in the air, there's a header there. It comes back out of the spray, out to the front, and looks like hand contact will be the call against Central. That was a well-placed corner. Right in front of the net, looking for the scrum to materialize. It just didn't come up. Rylan Holt set to kick it out. And it won't be Holt that will send it out. It'll actually be one of the other riders that steps in. Maybe Max Martin that sends it in. It's be played up off ahead for Red River, and Central's going to have a throw-in around midfield. No correction, this will be Red River's throw-in around midfield. Riders waiting for a player to come over and take control. Burris will do so. Sickler momentarily out, will come back into the matchup for Red River. Burris tosses in. Senegay trying to make a turn, and he gets free. Another big piece of contact out in the middle of the field. Lots of players going down on this one. Long-range strike. Alcoam trying to get to the field. Robertson headed it back to mid. Burris comes back for it. And Robertson fishes that one and may have got Alcoam in a tough spot. And we're going to see a whistle on another stoppage of play. Robertson getting up in the air, and now Robertson's going to get a yellow card. So Robertson's going to take a yellow card for jumping up in the air, kicking at a ball. Alcoam happened to be there. You probably got to give the yellow at the same time. It certainly isn't a malicious yellow. That's more of a situation where just a wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. And it's going to lead to the free kick for Grand Forks Central. And the Knights will get Boone Canta about 50 yards out. Central's going to line up in front of the net about 20 yards from the net, maybe 25. And Canta will put this in the air. Actually, keeps it low to the ground, and again, it's defended out. It comes back towards Canta, who will match up with Senegay, and in the long run, this will just be played beyond the boundary. Canta will throw it back in for Central. To Alcoam in the corner, who can't control, and this is going back to Red River. Another set piece for the Knights that just kind of comes up empty. 1-0 Grand Forks Red River on a goal in the 15th minute from Logan Lamble. Big goal tonight for the Roughriders. Got things going in their direction. And Lamble with a terrific individual play here as we look back at it. Lamble just reaching back with the ball behind him and able to strike that in, and that's the lone goal that we have so far in this one tonight. Senegay gets pulled down coming up the field. And let's see if we have another stoppage here, and we will. So Senegay gets pulled down, and now here comes a yellow card on Grand Forks Central's Jacob Mankey. And a free kick coming up for Red River. They're going to be in striking distance on this free kick inside of Central's end of the field. Big moment in the game here. Red River a chance to go up 2-0. They build a bit of a wall in front of Brody Andrade, who's going to strike at this. And they're going to get Alcoam off the field for Central. Interesting play there. Alcoam's going to come off, not sure why, but Alcoam will come off. If you could get a deflection and a transition here, you'd want Alcoam on the field, but other reasons are obviously going to win that decision-making process. And Andrade is set for the free kick for Red River, and that free kick's going to go up and over the bar. Seen a lot of set pieces for both teams tonight, just really not materialize into anything. Little chant going from the Central crowd below us as we roll into the 21st minute of soccer tonight. Crowd base is going to get into it. That's going to be fun to listen to throughout the remainder of the night as well. Still just 1-0. Play up for Senegay, and Senegay, if he'd have been able to control that, might have had a chance, but Dobrovolny runs it down. Not sure what that chant was from the Central crowd, but the Central crowd seems to have gotten the better end of that one so far. Dobrovolny with a free kick, drop kick back out towards center field. Robertson trying to possess. He has it scroll behind him. Leaves it back here for Peters, who will play a long-range shot up the field. Caden Peterson for Central. Comes back towards Weber along the boundary. And it's Weber and Peters fighting for control. Loose in midfield for Andrade. Andrade taking a look towards the far side of the field. Suryan. Little heel pass off to the left. Martin's back to Suryan. Too strong. Play back towards the near boundary. Peters again. Looking up the field. Trying to get some help that time from a run from Grafenauer. Grafenauer stepping into it, but Central got back well defensively. And now the Knights are going to take advantage of some territory to move with. Little Paul played back towards the middle. Sam Crispin able to get a foot on it, keep it moving in the right direction. Now Andrade runs down a ball for Red River, and Suryan will move it back through the way for the Roughriders. Suryan gets run down from behind, and another stoppage in play. And another yellow card, and that's becoming a frequent occurrence here tonight. And a Helen Keller chant comes out from the Central crowd base. They're not happy. Talon Lunsky will come off the field for Central, and we'll see a free kick coming up for the Riders. It'll be Brody Andrade that takes the free kick for Grand Forks Red River. 1-0 Riders, again with a chance out in the middle of the field to tag on to their lead. The last free kick, way up and over the bar. We'll see what Andrade does here. Andrade waiting for the go-ahead on the free kick. Official's going to take his position and is going to ask the Central wedge to back up a little bit. That gives Andrade a little bit more of an angle if he wanted to play one off the side. A little bender towards the corner of the net. Andrade ready. That's exactly what he does, but it's right at Dobrovolny who makes the stop for Central. So Dobrovolny comes up with another stop for the Knights. He was big early in this matchup tonight. Al-Shami for Central, playing one back towards the middle of the field. Pull off towards the right here for Hong for the Roughriders, and Hong will play this one deep towards the corner, and this one is going to get out of play along the boundary. Central will throw in, but they'll be deep in their own territory to do it. We make our way into the 23rd minute of soccer in the second half, the 63rd minute of the game. Lone goal at the 15-minute mark for Logan Lamble. Our throw-ins brought to you tonight by Apex Apparel. They're your hometown quick turnaround, family-owned promotional shop in Grand Forks. And remember, not just apparel, they have promotional items that they've done for a lot of organizations as well. If it's time to promote your business, they'll get it done fast, get it done right at Apex Apparel. And our throw-ins are brought to you tonight by Big Jim's Tire, your number one supplier for agricultural tires in this area. When things break down for you with your tires during this time of the year where you've got to be moving, Big Jim's Tire will get the harvesting going fast. Well, the official has come over and asked Tony Bina to make another phone call. I've stopped my clock. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here, to tell you the truth. They're going to have a throw in, and it looks like Tony, the athletic director for Central, is having some conversation with the scorer's box again, and they've reset the clock once again. And the throw-in never even makes it into the field of play. So Red River will now go all the way down the field and throw one in themselves. Peters will toss it in. Knights headed back out high. Peters a long-range strike at this one. Dobrovolny has the ball slip, but he reaches back and makes a double clutch catch on it. Wow. Seeger was waiting right there. That ball nearly got through Dobrovolny's hands. He was able to reach back and take control. That was a big, big moment for Grand Forks Central to keep this a one-goal game. Ball played up in the air. Robertson trying to find it. Comes back out high. Possessed here by Grand Forks Central, Sam Presting. Trying to get free for an opportunity. Andrade turns it back to midfield. Going to be a lot of pushing and shoving in this one. We've had 3 yellow cards thrown just recently here. Long-range strike from Central, trying to get it behind the defense, and Rylan Holt makes a leap to come up with the ball back in his own end. That'll slow down the Central strikers that were coming up the field. Kick goes high in the air towards center field. Bounce towards the right side for Seeger. Seeger's going to roll this one back down. Little deflection. This comes back out to Andrade. Andrade to toss the right side. Suryan with the chance. Comes to a stop, and we're going to see a whistle, and I'm not sure what happened. Suryan was offside. That'll be the call. They're going to say that Suryan was offside. Tough call. Suryan looked to have a window, and Suryan, the call is he was offside when he received the ball, so he doesn't get the opportunity to go in and strike like he was looking for. And Dobrovolny will kick this one out. Comes back out towards the near side. This will be run down back on the near side for Central. They try to get one free, and a late break by a Red River defender that boots that one out. That was a good break coming back across. Riders read that well. I believe that was Sickler that saw that ball coming. Michael Acoam comes back into the matchup for Central. 15 minutes and change to go. And Alcoam is very likely going to be out there for the duration now. Throw-in will come in from Talon Lunsky for Central, who got one of those yellow cards. Comes back onto the field. Riders try to clear it out. Seeger looking to run one down. He was able to find a toss to the near side again for Suryan. Suryan has a 3-on-1 coming up the field. Suryan leaves it to Andrade. Andrade fires and scores! And Grand Forks Central will take a 2-0 lead. Take a look at it again in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Suryan gets free. The 3-on-1's there. He leaves it for Andrade. And Andrade with a huge net to fire at and comes up with a decisive score in this one for Grand Forks Red River. And he goes over to cheer on the Red River student section that's here. And it's 2-0 in favor of the Riders. That goal will come in the 66th minute. And it's Andrade with the goal. Well, when we took you through the players to watch in this one tonight with our game fuel, we kind of have this one picked out. We go back to our game fuel tonight, and the 2 players right on top of that list, Brody Andrade and Logan Lamble tonight for Grand Forks Red River. And the 2 of them teamed up on that play. Lamble had the first goal, and Andrade comes up with one there. But I'll tell you what, the guy who needs some credit on that, the assist should go to Amara Suryan, who got himself into the starting lineup tonight. Great piece of soccer there from Suryan to get that ball moving up the field to make that play into the 3-on-1 breakaway for Grand Forks Red River. 2-0 Riders in the crosstown battle. And Central now going to need a couple of goals just to tie this one up. 3 big points in the Eastern Dakota Conference on the line in this one tonight. And now just 14 minutes left. Goal comes in the 66th minute for Brody Andrade. Logan Lamble scored in the 15th minute. And that play for Red River was just set up. And again, when you're Central, number one, you're down a goal, so you're taking some extra chances. But number two, their style is to get up and play with a lot of pressure. And so they did so. And when you do that, every once in a while, there's just not anybody back home for you to really find an opportunity to defend. And that's what happened in that 3-on-1 breakaway for Grand Forks Red River. Big moment in the game for the Riders. A throw in towards the goal, and this is Seeger trying to keep one afloat. He does. Dobrovolny looks to chase it down. Suryan comes out to get it. Suryan with a stop along the right edge and just ended up losing the ball. Can't get possession of it, but Peters keeps it up front for Red River. This will be booted back to midfield. Knights try to run it down with Kirkaby. Kirkaby a stop, coming back to center, looking for Zach Alshami. Alshami looking up the field, comes to a stop. Presting out in the middle now for Central. Got tied up on some contact, but Presting outruns it, then a sliding tackle. Hong trying to get out in front of him. Ball ends up rolling beyond the far boundary. Going to see another yellow card here. Yep, we will. Another yellow card. Clock is halted. That's 4 yellow cards tonight. This one's been gritty. Sliding tackle attempt that was made. And that is going to send Rough Rider Henry Hogg to the bench. So Hogg will sit down, and we're going to see a free kick here for Grand Forks Central. So the Knights will have a free kick from the right side of the field. And we'll see if Central can find lightning in a bottle here to try to cut this to a 1-goal game. Free kick, they're going to push deep. Couple of players there for a scrum in front of the net. It stays in tight. And it's Suryan that comes out with it for Grand Forks Red River. Suryan on the move, leaves one beyond the boundary, but tell you what, Amari Suryan, he has been awesome tonight. Amara Suryan for Grand Forks Red River. He's had a lot of long runs tonight. He's got an assist in this thing. And he has been a difference maker for Grand Forks Red River. They have him listed as a midfielder. And in soccer, the midfielder's position is a very tough one to play. You've got to act like a forward and a defender. You're involved in transitioning the ball back and forth. But what that means for you is just a lot of running. You got to go back and forth. You don't have a spot in the field that you're responsible for because you play them all. And for Suryan to keep making those kinds of runs late in the game like he's done the entire game, in good physical shape, has set up a goal. Now a pass towards him on the near side coming from Seeger, and Kendall will defend that ball out of bounds. I don't know that we got our clock restarted after the last stoppage. We're about a minute off at this point. We'll see if we can't reset that for you just so that we can do our best anyway, right? Had an interesting night when it comes down to the clock, that's for sure. So we'll get it started again when that clock gets down to the 11-minute mark here. We're close to that. Long-range free kick up the field. Dobrovolny will just push this back out with 2 hands. And we will roll into the 70th minute of soccer. Another long-range kick towards Dobrovolny. He's able to make the stop. 2-0 Red River on the Altru scoreboard. Scoreboard updates brought to you by Altru. Regular screenings with Altru's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit altru.org. Call 780-5000. Knights getting free. Little pass across the formation. Good sliding defensive play by Robertson to deflect that one loose. And a battle for control coming out the other way. Another long-range strike from Presting. Kicked out. Comes back to midfield. Knights pressuring. Deep men are all the way back up inside of Central's end of the field, looking to keep this ball up tight. They need some strikes. Long-range shot here. Ground ball to Holt, and he's got it covered. So Rylan Holt comes up with that stop. And Holt will drop kick this back out to center. A header goes up in the air that time from McCain Kendall. Knights trying to play it back out towards center. And some more contact over on that far side of the field. We've got 4 yellows tonight. We're going to get 5. I don't think we've seen the call for a stoppage in play. Now we will. Been a rough and tumble second half. You know, when you talk to the native Grand Forkers around here that talk about the rivalry between Central and Red River, the matchups like hockey and football and basketball probably get so much of the press and the conversation and the experience that you don't really think about it on the soccer side. But some of the things that we've seen tonight, ever since Dobrovolny earlier in the game kind of leaned out and made some contact with the striker in the game, well, since then, it's been a rough and tumble night. No question about it. Ball ends up beyond the far boundary. For those of you that weren't with us earlier in the matchup, we'll show you that one again. The American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. This was the chance. Red River coming up the field. And you can see a play through the middle of the field here. And as Dobrovolny comes out to pick up the ball, he goes looking for someone to hit on the end of that play. A little different for a goalkeeper to do that, but that's what happened. And since then, it has been a lot of contact in this one as the ball rolls back to Dobrovolny. And Dobrovolny will roll it back out to the far side of the field to transition Central back into play. Bouncer of the field, Senegay looking for control. This will come back to a Coam for Central. Long range shot of this one that's going to roll just wide of the net. As the clock ticks into the 72nd minute of soccer tonight. Again, we have volleyball coming up on Thursday. It'll be Central at home to take on Devils Lake in volleyball on Thursday night. Busy week coming up next week. More East Grand Forks football next Friday night. Perham's in town, one of the top-ranked teams in Minnesota at that level. Here's a shot from Central that goes wide. And I think we've got 4 different contests coming up next week. We're really going to start hitting it hard when we get to next week. And, you know, you talk about, you know, next week when you get into the fall sports season, September 10th is Tuesday next week, and soccer will have just a month left of it. Now, the football playoffs will go a little bit further. There'll be still 2 full months of football left, but for the regular season teams out there, about 6 weeks at that point. So the fall goes quickly. The winter does not. The fall does. Central will have a corner kick, and they need something to hit fast. Boone Kanta in the corner. Puts this one out towards the far side, and no real chance to keep some pressure on it. Ball bounced in the air. Another bouncer that's going to go wide of the goal line. And are they going to award Central another corner? It looks like they may. They may say that Red River was the last to make contact with this. And it looks like that's what they're going to do. Central's going to get another corner kick out of it. Knights will change up some personnel. And let's see. Sam Presting is going to come back over and handle the corner. So Presting with another corner kick for Central. This one put hard towards the net. Chance there that's headed out by Logan Lamble. And now Central will have a throw-in on the far boundary. Into the 74th minute of soccer. Red River with goals from Logan Lamble in the 15th minute, Brody Andrade in the 66th. And a 2-0 lead for Grand Forks Red River over Grand Forks Central tonight. Ball right side of the field, long run to get to it. No one can catch up. We've seen the return of Red River's Zachary Burris. Got the chance continuing down there, which is good. We have that informal group of cheerleaders out in front again. I'm not sure if those are athletes for a different team or if those are actually the Red River cheerleaders that just aren't, you know, maybe they're football cheerleaders that are kind of getting some things done, helping out the crowd here tonight. Red attire tonight for Grand Forks Red River. Battle for the ball over on the right side. Zach Burris trying to get to it for the Riders. They're going to say that Central's going to have a throw-in on this in their own end. So Central will throw it in. 75th minute ticking away on us. Ball sent back out to midfield. Hogg back in after receiving a yellow card, but that's a common occurrence for a lot of people tonight. Schindler back for Red River with a header on a strike up the field from Central. Little contact frees up the ball for Alshami. Alshami stopping for Red River. Presting. Actually, Crispin rather. Back to Alshami. Back to Crispin. Long range bender just up and over the bar. Good shot attempt by Crispin. Had pretty good range picked out on that and just missed it over the top of the crossbar from long distance. And the Riders will tee up a free kick in their own end. Kick comes out from Martins. Shot up the field. And we see Suryan trying to get into another one. And, well, he got turned around by Caden Peterson, but that's been tough. Amara Suryan has been great for Grand Forks Red River tonight. Long run up the field here. This is Crispin trying to get free. Pulls through a couple of defenders. Kirkaby back to help out for Central. Kirkaby a stop. Comes out high. And a long-range shot again from Presting that's knocked down. Might have been some hand contact. They'll play through it. Kirkaby a turn and puts one up and over the bar. And we'll roll into the 77th minute of soccer tonight. 2-0 Grand Forks Red River on the All-True scoreboard. Couple of big shots for the Riders tonight, looking to take 3 points in the league. If they could hold on, they'd go to 6 points in the EDC and be in the hunt to try to crack into the top 4 in the state tournament, with West Fargo Cheyenne coming to town for Grand Forks Red River on Thursday night. We mentioned in the pregame report tonight, even though this is a home match for Central, Red River a chance to try to grab 6 points on their home field this week and sort of turn around the direction of the early going for this team. Rylan Holt will drop it back out. Been a tough opening for Red River. 3 losses in their first 4 matches. Lone win over North. And trying to get back to their winning ways after being picked 3rd in the Eastern Dakota Conference preseason poll. Hoping to make a state tournament spot on their home field here at Cushman this year. But they've run into some adversity in the early going, injuries, and some losses in this one.
For the Roughriders, number 14, Max Grafenauer, and in for the Knights, number 7.
Central threw the ball in, but we'll have to do it again. And our game clock a little bit ahead of the one that's up front. They might have had a brief stoppage here, so we'll slow our clock down to let the game clock catch up here. Suryan, the intended target of a throw-in for Grand Forks Red River. Knights trying to come away with it, but Acoam unable to stay with his dribbling on the far side of the field. 2.5 to go. And the Riders just about getting this one locked down. Got to have 2 goals to tie it for Central. Even if Red River gave one up in the very late stages here, very little time left for Central to try to score the second. And that would give Red River the opportunity at all 3 points in the league contest tonight. Again, a draw gives each team 1 point in the EDC standings. Central to throw one in into the 79th minute of soccer. Throw in comes in. The Red River crowd starts the I believe that we have one cheer. Right side Kirkaby. This will be sent out of play by Red River. Central has to hurry if they're going to get a throw in on this. Let's see what happens here for Central. Boone canted a toss. Sent it deep, looking for a Acoam to make a run towards the net. And we'll see this one sent out by Brady Robertson to center field. Had the bench buddies out here tonight. Lots of familiar names in the youth here in Grand Forks out there for bench buddies. That's a heck of a time. Good to see that. Always fun to keep the kids involved here. Did they ask for another clock stoppage? Looks like they did. I'm unsure as to why. I'm not going to say the game has been over-officiated tonight. I wouldn't say that that's the case. A lot of yellow cards here in the second sequence. May have seen a timeout taken by Central here, I'm not sure. But I think that the officials kind of felt like when this thing started to get really physical, they had to go about trying to wrestle some control of the game back. And so the yellow cards came and the stoppages came pretty frequently here in the second half tonight. Typical rivalry stuff, I'm sure, is how they would brand it. But Central's going to throw it in with just over a minute to play. And we'll get things going. Throw in comes in. Presting throwing it in deep. Has a long range strike at a ball and sends it beyond the boundary, beyond the back line. And so the Riders will put this into play as we roll into the 80th minute. Jordan Peters will send it out. Suryan trying to run underneath it. Comes up the field, cutting back towards the middle. Would like to get one more play if he could. Trying to run through a pair of defenders. Very nearly set himself up for a chance, and Central will boot that beyond the far boundary. Down to 40 seconds. The Riders will go to 2-3 on the season. 6 points in the region. Central will fall to 0-3-2 and remain at 2 points in the East region as this one comes to an end tonight. The first time around between these two teams. Second time around will be right back here at Cushman Field, but it will be Red River that has the technical home field advantage that night. Post-game report on the way. Highlights in this one. All coming up on our post-game show. Brought to you by Spray Advantage and Lake Region State College as the final seconds tick off in this one. And there's the horn. And your final score here tonight at Cushman Field. Grand Forks Red River 2, Grand Forks Central 0. The Riders get all 3 points in the league standings in round one between Central and Red River goes to the Roughriders. Post-game report is on the way. We'll come back. Our highlights, our player awards, all to come as we continue along here in our post-game report this evening, so do stay with us. This is our coverage of high school soccer on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Hi, this is Jen from Absolute Refrigeration, your local commercial refrigeration experts. Our team provides excellent and dependable service to keep your business up and running all year long. Call us at 787-1200. Absolute Refrigeration. We're here when staying cool absolutely matters.
We welcome you to our post-game report tonight for Grand Forks Central, Grand Forks Red River Soccer tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Ryan Cunningham with you here this evening from Cushman Field as we roll to our post-game report. Red River gets the 2-0 victory tonight. Our post-game report brought to you by Spray Advantage and Lake Region State College. Spray Advantage has everything you need for spraying an application on the farm. You need to find out what the difference is. They've got what you're looking for in stock. That's the difference. Tips, tanks, nozzles, pumps, grain cart seed tenders, 2 locations to serve you in Grand Forks and St. Thomas. Spring Advantage, make them a part of your agricultural game plan now and for years to come. And our post-game report brought to you tonight as well by Lake Region State College in Devils Lake. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. Precision agriculture, law enforcement, nursing, just a few of the programs, a few of the careers that you can supercharge your way into at Lake Region State College. Get out in 2 years and start earning, or why don't you take those credits with you to a 4-year institution and find your way to that 4-year degree anywhere in the North Dakota University system. You can get your start and get your finish at Lake Region State College in Devils Lake. Well, the Riders really taking control of this one from an offensive standpoint, created more opportunities tonight. They get a couple past the goalkeeper. Rylan Dobrovolny had a physical night, lots of physicality in this one this evening, but the general tenor of this was that Red River was more aggressive, Red River was more offensive, and Central just didn't have the opportunities to capitalize on that Red River had tonight in the victory for Red River. They go to 6 points in the East Region. Now with a record of 2-3 on the season, Central drops to 0-3-2 and will have 2 points in the Eastern Dakota Conference due to those 2 draws, but they come out of here empty-handed in this one tonight. Let's take a look at our highlights in this matchup tonight. And our highlights are brought to you tonight by Proseed. Need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net. Get started early. Rylan Holt did make a couple of pretty nice stops in this one tonight for Grand Forks Red River. Here was one on a bouncing ball that he was able to dive at in the very early minutes, just a few minutes into the matchup at that point. And then later it was Rylan Dobrovolny getting into the act as a great kick from Lamble comes his way from a tough angle, and Dobrovolny going up one-handed to push that over the bar. Then later, Dobrovolny deciding he was going to deal out some of the first physicality of the game. This is Red River getting free in a pass up the field. Dobrovolny puts a shoulder out and just takes out one of the Riders, and I believe that was Owen Martin that was hit on that play. But Red River would make Dobrovolny pay a little bit later in the 15th minute. This is Logan Lamble reaching back after the ball, scores the first goal tonight that turned out to be the game winner as Red River took a 1-0 lead at that point in the 15th minute of the matchup. And then later in the opening half, another big opportunity that comes up here for Dobrovolny on a play that gets loose with Suryan, and Dobrovolny makes a diving stop to keep that one from going into the net. In the second half, not a lot going on until late. 3-on-1. Suryan leading the charge, leaves it on for Andrade, and Andrade with the shot that caps the scoring in this one tonight and makes it 2-0. And that was your post-game highlight package for you tonight, brought to you by Proseed. Need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net. Riders get the win to go to a record of 2-3 on the season. Grand Forks Central drops to 0-3-2 in the matchup with this loss here tonight. Post-game highlights brought to you tonight by Proseed. And, of course, we do have our Points Against Hunger tonight, which is presented by Northland Community and Technical College. Tonight, Grand Forks Red River gets it done with a pair of goals. Northland Community and Technical College has partnered with KNOX Sports and with the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network to raise money to fight hunger in our area. For every goal that one of our home teams score in soccer, we'll see Northland Community and Technical College donate $1 to the Pioneer Food Pantry in East Grand Forks to help fight hunger in the region. Tonight, $2 going to the Pioneer Food Pantry on behalf of Northland Community and Technical College with our Points Against Hunger program with the Riders getting this victory tonight. We'll take our final break in the post-game report, come back with our plays of the game and our celebration of the game coming up here tonight, as well as Red River gets the win, 2-0 over Central in high school soccer. Post-game report brought to you by Lake Region State College and Spring Advantage, and it continues after this on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Will Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck.
Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Well, we welcome you back to our post-game report tonight here on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports. Glad to have you along with us here this evening as Grand Forks Red River gets the victory tonight 2-0 over Grand Forks Central here tonight. Glad to have you along with us, Ryan Cunningham, tonight for KNOX Live Sports, and glad to be with you tonight from Cushman Field. The Roughriders getting the victory to go to 2-3 on the season and 6 points inside the Eastern Dakota Conference. And Grand Forks Central will drop to 0-3-2 with the loss tonight and will stay at 2 points inside the East Region this evening. Post-game report continues, and it's brought to you tonight by Lake Region State College in Devils Lake, where again their motto is "We change lives." With Lake Region State College, you can take those credits with you and transfer to a 4-year institution, or get out in 2 years and get your career started. And they have great campuses to help you in Devils Lake with their main campus, along with at the Grand Forks Air Force Base, and always online at lrsc.edu. And our post-game report brought to you tonight by Spray Advantage. Everything you need for spraying an application on your farm. The difference between Spray Advantage and their competitors, they're not going to make you wait. They've got what you're looking for in stock to keep you moving this time of the year. Spray Advantage, make them a part of your agricultural game plan now and for years to come. Well, let's cap things off with our post-game awards. Let's start with the celebration of the game. And our celebration of the game is brought to you tonight by Balloons by Misty. It's not a celebration until the balloons arrive. And Balloons by Misty, their work has been featured nationally. They're working with both the University of North Dakota and North Dakota State University on some projects coming up in the future. If you're looking for the perfect way to celebrate with Balloons by Misty. It's a nice feature to have in any of the celebrations that you have going on out there. And the celebration that we'll have for you tonight comes on the second goal for Grand Forks Red River. This will be our celebration of the game, with Suryan leading the 3-on-1 break and Brody Andrade putting this one away to confirm the win for Grand Forks Red River. And Andrade coming on over to give the student section the heads up and celebrate. That's Brody Andrade coming over to get with that Red River student section tonight. And that's our celebration of the game. And it's brought to you by Balloons by Misty, where again, the celebration doesn't start until the balloons arrive with Balloons by Misty. Final awards that we have for you tonight, our Player of the Game Award. And our Player of the Game Award tonight is brought to you by PS Garage Doors, where the PS stands for perfect service. With PS Garage Doors, they service any make and model of garage door, and they know that you need to get that servicing done quickly, especially this time of the year, trying to put things away, winterize them, that type of stuff. And also, when you get to the winter, if you don't have that perfect seal, another thing that the PS stands for in PS Garage Doors, you end up with a garage full of snow. That's not good. Get PS Garage Doors out to service your garage door now so you're not behind when you get to that point. PS Garage Doors, you can give them a call for painless shopping as well. You can find them on the other side of the interstate on Demers, I-29, just on the other side of the I-29 overpass, 4733 Demers in Grand Forks. And our player of the game tonight for Grand Forks Red River is going to be Amara Suryan, who worked himself into the starting lineup tonight, and it's Suryan that leads the breakout on that second goal tonight. There he is in the middle of your screen, making this great pass to Brody Andrade, who was able to finish that at the end. But Amara Suryan, he had some great runs throughout the course of the night, and he will be our PS Garage Doors Player of the Game award winner this evening. And our final award tonight is our Finest Auto Trim Finest Cover of the Game, and it's brought to you by Finest Auto Trim, where again their motto is big or small, they cover it all. Finest Auto Trim specializes in recovering vehicle seats, boat seats. Did your boat have another long year out in the sun, cracked, faded, broken down? Or those of you in agriculture, even if you've been able to get your work done, how are those seats holding up for you? Those of you that haul in your truck, how are those seats holding up for you? Don't put another season in seats that don't do the job for you. Take them to Finest Auto Trim. Let them recover. Put the support and the performance back in those seats for you. That's what they do at Finest Auto Trim. Big or small, they cover it all at Finest Auto Trim. And, well, every single night that we see Ryland Dobrovolny, the goalkeeper for Grand Forks Central, play, he gives us another one of these highlight reel type saves. And here's another one tonight. Little crosser out in front of him. Here comes to a stop. Logan Lamble makes the shot, and there's Dobrovolny to go up and push that one over the crossbar. Dude was just on fire tonight. Ryland Dobrovolny, finest cover of the game. He got a little physical tonight as well, but I guess when you have to kind of play on an island like that, that's what you have to do. Scoring summary with Who Lit the Lamp is brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. It was Logan Lamble in the 15th minute tonight, getting the scoring started for Grand Forks Red River. Beautiful play here by Lamble, who got into a scrum and was able to keep that ball in front of him, reaches back to make the goal. That was in the 15th minute. And then in the 66th minute, in our scoring summary with Who Lit the Lamp, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric, Amara Suryan feeding Brody Andrade for what turned out to be the, I guess you could say, clincher, the one that put it over the hill. Red River, 2 goals tonight, one from Lamble in the 15th minute, and one from Andrade in the 66th minute on your scoring summary, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric with Who Lit the Lamp. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. We see you again on Thursday. We'll be over at Central High School. It'll be the Knights and Devils Lake in our first volleyball action of the year here on KNOX Live Sports pregame 6:30. And the first serve of that one will be at 7 o'clock coming up on Thursday night, so join us for it then. Want to thank the fine sponsors that bring it to you, both on the radio side and here on the video side, including our premier sports partners. Grand Trailer Sales, your home for all things trailer in East Grand Forks on Highway 2. Trailer sales, trailer parts, trailer service, Grand Trailer Sales. And Rivard's Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks. Check them out, Rivards.com. That's how you find out more about their premium seed varieties and the way that they can change things up for you with their mixing plant right here in Grand Forks. They know the conditions that you're dealing with, not just the big box stores who make it one and they're done. Rivard's Turf and Forage. Check them out at Rivards.com. We'll see you Thursday. Thank you for joining us from Cushman Field tonight. Riders 2, the Knights 0 for KNOX Live Sports. And for Joey Springer, who was on our camera work tonight, I'm Ryan Cunningham saying so long, everybody.